Alright, just a game called Ages of Conflict. Now, I'm doing a different scenario in this, and I'm in the car right now, obviously, so my mom is going to be making noise. Ignore that. But we're going to be simulating something I did privately since, 2025. But now, this works. And this game's called Ages of Conflict. I'm still going to make Kara videos, Calum and Rowan Adventures. And, yeah, just that. I'll make another one of those in a couple of weeks, maybe a couple days. But, let's go ahead and get ready. So, Bet Cross is what Ages is going to be called. I'm going to rename that first. They're going to be, Ektawny. Yeah, Ektawny. So, Ektawny starts small, but Ektawny grow. Ektawny grow fast, and Ektawny want land. So, fast forward 80 years. Ektawny grow, and Ektawny getting large. Ektawny grow throughout Africa.
Starting route to 130 Stonehaven Drive.
And that is good. And then they go around and colonize Cyprus and parts of Turkey.
At the roundabout, take the first exit onto Hillsborough
Now,
Parkway.
Ektawny big, Ektawny prosperous, and now they add cities. They add good cities.
In
They
half a
add
mile,
nice
turn
cities.
left onto County Route 91.
But now, some people get mad. Some people get mean. Some people want independence. These people are from the city of
At the next stop sign, turn
Tukentog.
left.
Yes, Tukentog. That's a mouthful. But Tukentog, rightful owner, is the kingdom of Tukentog. And Tukentog and Ektawny
At the stop
are
sign,
mad at
turn
each
left
other,
onto County Route
so
91.
they fight. And Tukentog, I can't pronounce that. Tukentog takes
In
city.
about 2 miles, turn right onto Highway 52.
Ektawny realized, oh, these guys good. We surrender. And Tukentog don't want much. They don't want much. What they want is passage. What they want is rights. So what they establish is the Tukentog order. They get this line in the border, and when they get in the border, they decide that this will be the line. The only thing is that Ekentog get part of this. Ekentog get part of this line, and Ektawny gets some. Just a little sliver. But they make peace. Tukentog and Ektawny make peace. Now Ekton decide to colonize more. They decide land equals good. So they colonize into Sicily. And they colonize into Italy. And they be good. But Tukentog also want land. They like the ocean. So they climb across this ocean. And they take islands. They take what is now Istanbul. And they find what is now Athens, Greece. And they colonize Greece. Now, something you gotta know about Ektawny is that they're greedy. And they're the good guys. But they think, let's get islands. Wait, what's that? Greece. Tukentog says proudly. Ektawny says, but I want that. So they go across the sea. And they block them off. Now, Tukentog get mad. And Tukentog invade Ektawny. This is only about 10 years after the first Tukentog-Ektawny War, so that's crazy. But once they invade in one spot. But then they get kicked out of another. Absolutely wrecked. Greece is now fully Ekantani. There's nothing they can do to stop. So what next? Ektani go into Tukantog, and Tukantog needs to stop going in there. That makes Ektani go into Tukantog. Tukantog mad. So Ektani has to stop going into this area, and they have to pause and go into this area, letting Tukantog go into this area and get back Greece. But that means that they have to stop going here, but that means Ektani has to stop going there, and they have to go here, which means that Ektani has to go here to stop them from going there, and it's a loop. But eventually, Tukantog is able to divide their troops and invade directly up there, and Ektani surrender. And no, Ektani say, you know what? We don't surrender. We keep fighting. And that led to Tukantog surrendering after being surrounded. And Tukantog say, okay, we surrender. And the peace treaty, Tukantog ain't get much. Tukantog's small now. Small? That's bad. But it's the rule. So they make peace. And Ektani happy. But Tukantog's leader dies. And they rename their country to Kanton. Yes, very easy to pronounce.
At the light,
New leader,
right
happy. New leader, smart. He say, contract says Tukantog, not Kanton. So he keeps expanding. He expands Kanton into this area, and then he takes this area, and then he colonizes and over these mountains, and then he colonizes into Crimea. That is, Ektani say, whoa, you can't do that. So they go into Kanton. Kanton need to flee. Kanton need flee fast. Kanton lose capital, and Kanton get chased up the border like a cat and mouse. Once Ektani gets to a certain point, Kanton decide to build the wall. This wall will keep all Ektanis out.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Clark Street.
And it works. Ektani still needs to take some areas, but now they're sealed off. They could go across the Black Sea, but their boats aren't that advanced yet. So what do? They make peace with Kanton. Kanton ain't want much. But Kanton say, we'll make peace too. But Kanton's capital took in, so they moved their capital to Crimea. Once they moved capital to Crimea, Tukantog, the city, is now under Ektani rule, and Kanton is now at peace. Now they are Crimea. Bet you didn't see that coming. And the final thing, Ekantani decide we'll expand a bit more. And they expand a bit more in Italy and a bit more in Africa. And that's the end for episode 1 of What If Civilization Started Over, Calum edition. Wicsoce. That's good. Wicsoce. Yeah. And we're gonna save the game. Change that name to Wicsoce 1. And now that's saved, we can go ahead and end this stream.